place.com, as well as, we got other websites too, wagering terms and ARB calculator and stuff. But anyways, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We don't sleep. I might actually have one day off coming up in a couple weeks. So I think Chris Ruffalo might be stepping in for me. Ruffalo called me last night. He said he wants to come back to the morning show.
Nice.
I consider it, but the thing is, he's going to come on the weekends. But the issue that it is that I think the more people we have, the longer the shows get. And I think people want a shorter show. I'm more leaning towards making the show shorter if I can than making them longer. So that's the issue. But it's like things are going to change, so we're going to probably have different shows and stuff. We've tried a couple different formats, and we're going to try them again. We never stop innovating.
You don't want to overwork Ruffalo. He's got soccer and, drive-through.
Well, that's a whole nother story.
Land him in the hospital.
It's a whole nother story.
There's lots going on.
Puck and Crazy is always at the same time. It's always at 3:30.
Always. Well,
3?
So Saturday and Sunday we have. Yeah, it's 3:30 Eastern on the
weekday. Even I know
Saturday
that. Even
Sunday.
I know that.
It is right after we get everything done for Premium. I can't say VIP and Premium, obviously. Premium, all done. So about 20 minutes after that, we kick off Puck and Crazy.
Well, NBA playoffs rolled on last night. Oh, man, what a heartbreaker for those of us that had Dallas. Those of you that had the Suns, congratulations. But Dallas nails the 3 to get us inside the number. They foul Booker, which, I don't know, could have kind of gone either way. He makes both free throws. They come back to the other end, wide open down the lane for the dunk. They're not going to win the game anyway. They kick it out to Dinwiddie, and he misses the 3, and we don't cover. And such is life. That's what it all comes down to. That's when, that's my life in a nutshell right there. It's like he makes it. He doesn't make it. It's like, really, people, I have this discussion with people all the time that it's like, obviously for a lot of people out there, this is like a dream job for them and all this other stuff. And I'm like saying, and they're saying, oh, that must be the best job. It must be so much fun. I said, oh yeah? You sit there with about, 20 dimes or so out there on a game that you absolutely loved, that you thought was the greatest thing that ever happened. And it all comes down to some 17-year-old walk-on kicker with a 35-mile-an-hour crosswind. You tell me how enjoyable that is. And that really is. It seems that while we get some ones that are the easier wins or kind of cruise, ones where we got to cruise, kind of like Romanelli's Guardians pick on Sunday type deal. But his Ron's rundown $15 pick was Guardians, and on Sunday, and it was just a cruise, right straight through it. You get those do happen, but so many times we see that happen. Like my Angels run line on Sunday, that I personally bet. I didn't give it out. I gave out Angels regular, but the Angels run line that I had bet as well. The White Sox rallied for 5 runs in the bottom of the ninth, 6-5, supposed, I thought it was
I got
6.
burnt by that yesterday, Mitch. I got burnt by the empty net in the Boston Bruins Carolina Hurricanes game. There was no point for Boston to pull their goalie because they weren't going to win it, even if they got a goal in that limited time, and it pushed us over the total. So I was fuming last night over that.
You know what I like to say about that? Those bastards.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying at my TV, too.
I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of red hot cappers at our website, super hot. We're going to try a new method. Joe and I were talking about the show, and I've never been a big Twitterer. I've had my Betting Badass account. I've tried to be a little bit active. I don't really do it the way everybody else does. But I think for our Pick Dogs account, I think we're just going to do what everybody else does. Shameless self-promotion. So expect to see a lot of green check marks. I don't know what they're going to represent, but we're going to have a lot of them. And maybe throw in a red X once in a while, but surrounded by green check marks. Just really rarely going to lose on Twitter.
Well, you could tweet out all the free picks that you win every day and just put a check.
Yeah, we'll just that's exactly what we'll do. We'll just select the free picks that we gave out on the show. How about that? All right, there's one for you, Joe. Joe, write that one down, please.
You guys will have to tell me your free picks.
No, we'll just
selected free picks.
What we'll do is we'll edit them out of the show, and we'll have us saying it, and then we'll just like have us saying it on the clip, and then just put a big green check mark next to it. Like we'll edit it like that with the with the green. Like we'll just all day, all the picks. We'll go through all the free picks that we give out on both of our websites too. And we'll just, every single one that we get right, we'll retweet it after the fact with the green check mark, just going across the entire thing.
It's gonna be a lot of green check marks, that's for sure.
Happy birthday to Chloe, 10-year-old. What kind of dog is it? Joe and I both dog people. Brian will die alone.
I like dogs. I take care of my sister's dogs and my mom's dog when they're on vacation. It's just
okay.
My house isn't conducive to a dog because it's too small.
Oh my God! I've lived in condos. I've lived in everything. That you make it work. Anyways,
yeah,
I'm excited to see some green check marks. But I was going to just show everybody how great we are, how easy it is.
Slap and cattle herding.
How easy it is. Let's see what we got. So I was 2-2 yesterday. I lost just juice. Of course the pick that I added was the Mavericks, and that was the one that made it a losing day for me.
Never go even.
Well, a lot of cappers did win. Let's take a quick look at it. Yeah, and it wasn't intentional. It just was a late ad. But I'll go through it here. We'll just show everyone how great we are. How easy it's going to be. This is the how great we are segment.
Well, I was 2-1 yesterday. Came down to the Dallas.
Yeah, we can
Mavericks.
see it, Brian, because we've got it right on the screen here. We're just talking about how great we are. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people that did turn a profit yesterday. And Tony Brown, 6-2, coming out of his little slump that he had. Ron Romanelli, James Clark, it was NBA day. James Clark has been just clobbering the NBA. Sean Murphy, 4-1. Goran and the soccer. Randy Chambers, of course, our lead writer. Rod Zawacki, back in the swing of things. Rod will be on the drive-through today, right, Brian? Believe so.
That's the rumor I'm hearing. So
Joe Madden, one of the hottest cappers out there. Brad Francis, just taking it slow. And Big Al, just piecing together winners. Dana, Matt Fargo, Ray Monahan. There's Brian Bittler, 2-1. That's how you do it right there. You string together 5 or 6 of those.
Could have been 3-0. It could have been a 3-0.
Yeah, but if you do those, and it could easily been 1-3, 1-2. Also, I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And then you look here the last 7 days. Al Niños up over 1,000 units. Goran, Joe Madden has been on fire, 65%. Ron Romanelli. It's not just the rundown. Look at that, 71% if you bought his longer term packages. Just straight fire here. And I'm also going to add on to the end of this that everybody else sucks. All the other sites suck. Only our cappers are good. And if you want to win, you have to get our cappers. That's the way that it works.
I believe Ron Romanelli's #1 in baseball last time I looked. So
well, we can look right now since all we're doing is patting ourselves on the back for a while. We'll take a look and see who is #1 in baseball. And it is Ron Romanelli, followed by Al Niños, Dana Lane, the Pick Dogs, Top Dogs, Al McMorty, taking it slow this baseball season, but clipping at 71%. And there's Brian there. I'm just off the board here. I'll tell you guys. I had a bad run, but I've been fairly hot recently. I went 1-1 yesterday, and I'm right there. But the one I lost was a dog, and the other one was a favorite, so it was dead even. But you'll see, I'm like 2 wins. I'm like 3 wins away from being, in the middle of this board, and I will get there. I know it.
I think today's a tremendous dog day in baseball. So that's
Could be, but you could see. Anyways, I would say that here's our hottest cappers. We don't really promote ourselves enough, and I'm going to start doing it a little more on Twitter and stuff because everyone else sucks and we're the best. I'm only allowed to say that. Joe won't say it, so I'll say it for her.
Well, how many time world champion are you though? You gotta be
Of
17
what?
times
Of
or
what?
something. I don't know. You have to make something up.
Well, I am the greatest of all time. I'm the
Halftime champion.
38-time world champion. Of course, nobody else was invited to the game, but
I love those ones where I win them when no one else is part of it. Like I won.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. I've never even heard of like these world championships. I posted the A streak. I did. I had the balls to do it. Who's the coward that comes the next day and makes killed your parlay? Yeah, we forced you to take it. I hate people like this. Hustle bone. Killed my parlay. Yeah, it was our fault.
I would say the Oakland A's were my biggest surprise loser yesterday. I thought they would perform better.
Well, let's get to some picks here. We got the Red Sox and the Celtics and the Bucks. It was all Bucks in game one. This one is a do or die for the Celtics at this point. Brian, what do you think?
Well, I think according, if you just look at the line, I would go with the Boston Celtics. But what I'm officially picking is the Milwaukee Bucks here. They did me right with my free pick, winning outright in game one. I think they can keep it within one possession with Boston. Bucks are just playoff tested. I just think it's a close game tonight. So I'm going to take the points here, just a small wager.
What do you think about sites that don't show all their picks like that they've made in the past and just show the record, especially like a random, over the last 26 days or something,
I think it's just not transparent enough.
I think it's bullshit.
Right?
It's bullshit.
I think you got to look at the cappers.
You can slant anything any way you want, especially if you don't have to show the backup. You can slant it however you want. It's like we just show the record. Whatever it is, it is. Well, all the picks, whatever they were, they were. And you can see I had Dallas. Yeah. You can look at mine. I lost. I had the Blue Jays. They lost in the ninth inning. And at Dallas, they both lost. I had the Astros. They dominated. Should have actually been a bigger win than that. And thankfully, they held on in the ninth inning. I was singing the Bun Bun song. And my other win was the Heat. That was easy. That was cruise control. But my three-pack cashed. It was the extraneous pick that got me. Anyways, Joe, what do you think?
Oh, I think the Heat were stressing me out at halftime, though. I was worried about that, but thankfully was on that same side with you with them covering. So nice game for them there. But in this one, I don't know. I think the Boston Celtics are going to have a better shooting game. In this, I think both defenses are going to come out strong. But I do think Boston gets the win here. So I'm going to go for them laying the 4.5 points.
I'm on the Bucks again, same as last game. Got the Grizz against the Warriors. Last game, 1-pointer. For those that think there's a conspiracy theory that's fixed, Vegas, all those things, well, Klay Thompson misses 2 free throws down the stretch. The line was anywhere between 2, 2.5, 1.5 in that game. All of them came down to those free throws. If he hits them both, all the Warriors backers cover. If he hits one, some people have a push and some people have a cover. If he makes 0, then it's all Memphis. And that is what happened in that scenario. Klay Thompson, a career 85% free throw shooter, misses both. Brian, what do you think of this game?
Yeah, I thought I was dead when he went to the line. As far as this game goes, I'm going to go with the under. I know the first game pretty much soared over the total. Great shooting by both clubs. I just think it's a must-win game for Memphis here if they want to stay in this series. So I think the defense is going to get turned up an extra notch here. So I like the under.
Joe?
So for myself, the only way I can see Memphis coming out and getting the win is if this goes over. So I'm on Memphis plus the points and the over in this. I think they have to come out shooting really strong. I know the Golden State Warriors defense is so strong. They're going to try to hold them down, but I think Memphis has another good shooting night and we go over the 227.5. Sorry to disagree with you there, Brian.
It's okay. That's okay.
I like the Grizz first quarter again. First half, they've been money. Like they've been such a great first quarter team all season long. No reason to get off of that one here. I'm not getting off of it. So I'm just gonna take the Grizz first quarter for that one. Brian, what are you selling today?
Up off a winning day, going to try to build that forward. I got one Major League Baseball game that I absolutely love. It's my no limit MLB baseball play for $30 at pickdogs.com premium picks, or you can get my no limit 3-pack. It has my best bets in Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL. $50 at pickdogs.com premium picks.
Okay. I got an MLB 3-pack out there. If you buy my longer term packages, you always get more picks than just what I have for sale individually. Sometimes I'll put out like an NBA play as an extra pick just to show people I have more picks than that. I'm not sure how to do it better, but I'm not doing a great job. Not all, we have 8 million people a month that come to the websites and our YouTube channel, and only a few thousand a day that watch this show, and this is really the only time I ever say that. So I got to do a better job of letting people know that. So I'll figure out how to do it. Maybe Joe will tweet it out when she's telling everybody how great we are, how easy it's going to be. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We are awesome. We are so awesome. So awesome.
We need to change that, the Lego show where they sing "Everything is Awesome."
Yes.
To "Everyone is Awesome," and that should be the intro to everything we do here at Pick Dogs.
I think we should do on every show 6 minutes of this. It's time for our 6 minutes of this.
6-minute backpack here, or backpack.
6 minutes of, however many times you can do it. That I'm the world champion of this. Except Brian was the world champion, so we were both world champions. We'll have to get one for that. 8-time world champion. 9-time. I can name that championship in 10 championships. Name that tune. God, when you're old, when you can't get anything right on Name That Tune. I mean, I couldn't get one song. It's like, I got 3. I got 3, I got like 3 songs on the whole show. Normally, it's like I'm an ace at it. I got like 0, I like knew none of them. So I'm like so uncool. It's also not my station too, to make it worse.
Oh, okay.
It's like some of the songs I actually do know, but most of the songs, and I know them from like when I go to Vegas or whatever, and they play them in the casino. That's how I know the songs, but I don't generally know the names. But a lot of the songs on shows like that, they're just not on my station.
Yeah. Well, I just hear lyrics wrong. So I'm one of those people that hears the weirdest lyrics, and I think it's the truth.
Anyways, I think we got some kind of weirdo in our Facebook group here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, hi to Facebook.
Yeah.
Out there.
Got to get over there. It's always some.
Well, for myself, I have a 3-pack today. I have one in the MLB, one in the NHL, and one in the NBA. Coming off a 2-1 day yesterday, getting burnt with that Boston Bruins, Carolina Hurricanes under. So it looked like I was going to get the sweep again yesterday. So get over and check out my package, you guys.
I believe you're 14-1 last 15 picks for Joe. 14.
Yeah, I am 14-1. Holding my breath every day when these games kick off.
But who's keeping creepy?
I'm keeping
but
track.
Who's the creepy weirdo that's stalking her stats?
I'm just making sure that she lets everybody know how red hot she's doing right now.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate it.
So creepy, man. So creepy.
But still, no green card for me, right? Like, come on.
But if Ruflo was 14-1, I would let them know. It doesn't have anything to do with being creepy. It's just
no, you're creepy.
Keeping
we know
safe.
it doesn't, Brian.
We know you are.
I appreciate it.
The thing is, still no green card. I mean, you have a woman here that can pick games. You
Oh,
know.
she goes 20-1, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, this guy is like.
Pressure's on now.
So, anyways, let me get rid of this spammer in here. There we go. All right. Easy enough. Easy enough. All right, let's go to the I got a 3-pack. I got extra picks, and I'm going to even be adding more picks. So, we go to Major League Baseball, and we got, I think, a great card. I do think we have a great card. I agree with Ron Romanelli, and I do think it is a strong card. I just think last night when I was doing my picks, I generally do my picks at night because it's late. You know, it's already the morning for most of you. But a lot of times there's still not all the information out. So I at least try and do a 3-pack, and then I'll add picks. But so we got the Mets and the Braves game 1, the Mets and the Braves game 2, and the Guardians of the Galaxy up against the Padres. Brian, who's your daddy? Padres?
I think in game 1 of the Braves and Mets, I'm going to take the under 7 line. The number looks very light with 2 pitchers that have struggled. But I think Charlie Morton, he's a veteran pitcher, and I trust him. I think he's going to have a strong game. And Carlos Carrasco got lit up like a Christmas tree in his last start. But I think he gets it under control. I think a game goes under 7.
Joe?
For myself, I'm going to lean on the Mets in that first game. I think they'll do strong against Charlie Morton. They're really strong against right-handed starters, going 6-1 in the last 7 home games. And I look at the Braves, and I think they struggle too much on the road to get this first game here. And then give me the San Diego Padres. I think they're going to have a strong game against the Cleveland Guardians and Zach Pleasant here. I think they're the stronger pitcher on the mound here with Mike Clevenger. Am I pronouncing his name right?
Clevenger. Clevenger hasn't pitched in over 2 years.
Yeah, but you know what? He's going against his former team here, and I think he's going to come out blazing.
I think he's gonna last a third of an inning.
Oh man, okay.
But that's just me, you know.
I think he'll come out strong.
I just don't know how we know he's going to come out strong when he just hasn't been able to pitch at all.
If you looked at his minor league rehab start, he went about 3 2/3, and I think he gave up 5 or 6 runs.
Yeah, he's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Terrible. Did he cut the hair?
He's on a pitch count also.
Did he cut the hair?
So. I don't know about that.
Because, Syndergaard's got the haircut. So I think, like I said, those long beards and the long hair kind of have gone out. There's a few guys that still do it, but
that's who the White Sox need, Syndergaard. But
did he rock the mullet, or did he just have super long hair?
Super long hair. He had how DeGrom had the long hair, and Syndergaard had the long hair. He had the long hair like that. And actually, so Clevenger, to me, when he's on his game, he's awesome. But we don't know what his game is going to be here, and I'm going to guess it's not going to be very good. And the Padres have been on the road for just a very long time here, so I don't know. Joe's kicking ass, so I'm probably barking up the wrong tree here, but I don't know. I don't see it. I see the Guardians, who have been on the road for about 158 games this season already, getting back home and having a day off in between. Up against a Padres team that's been on the road for quite some time here, the circus road trip here. And, Mike Clevenger, who I saw a game one time, and this is, I always remember it. It's a blessing and a curse, right? But where's the teddy bear dude that knows all the baseball stats? I love it. That's great. That's great. We love Ron. And that is
a good explanation of Ron. He does look like it.
But he's just like
nice.
but I mean it in the nicest, possible way. I mean it in a good way. He's just, so he's a pleasure to work with. And he is.
Super nice guy.
What a nice guy. How he comes across on the video is exactly how he is. But anyways, back to Clevenger. So I once saw a game with Mike Clevenger went against Felix Hernandez in Seattle. And Clevenger threw a one-hitter, and it was a home run. And he lost the game 1-0. King Felix pitched his no-hitter that day. It was one of the best games you'll ever see. One hitter and a no-hitter. And the one hit was a home run. It's like, you want to talk about, But, yeah, that's what happened. But that was a long time ago. Clevenger's last time we saw this guy was 2020. That was the shortened season. He's always been a 2.3-4 ERA, but I mean, he has not pitched in a long time. What's the pitch count on him, Brian? Do you know?
I believe I saw something 75 to 85 pitches.
Wow.
So they expect
that's high.
5 innings.
I would have thought 50, 60.
Well, he went 3 2/3 or 3 1/3 in his minor league rehab.
Yeah, well, for DeGrom, that could be 14 pitches. I mean, that really doesn't mean like how many innings you go. It doesn't matter. It's like certain guys are just super efficient,
I believe it's 85 pitches.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with Joe. I like the over in that first Mets Braves game. Charlie Morton's a notoriously slow starter to the season, and he's done that this year. And Carrasco looks like he's returned to his bad form. Bad Carrasco. Anyways, our Yurfie game of the day is the Marlins and the Diamondbacks. Very, very sharply over yesterday. And I like the Yurfie again here in this one. I liked it yesterday in this game, and I like it again in this game. Trevor Rogers is the king of the first inning run. I mean, this guy gives up a run every first inning. Those Nerfies are like minus 190, minus 170. Have you ever looked at these things? I never really looked at them until I've been bad mouthing them. I never have really even looked at these things, but they're like minus 170 to minus 190. It's like,
I think you're definitely going to see a run in that Diamondbacks Marlins first inning.
Oh yeah, with Trevor Rogers, he gives up a run in the first inning.
Don't make fun of Trevor Rogers.
No, well, he's one of those guys that will settle in after a rocky first inning. He's that's his thing. We like Trevor. We like all the Rogers brothers and Mr. Rogers, of course. Hey, neighbor.
Friendly neighbor?
Yeah. We should.
So which 3 games?
We should open the show with Brian changing his shoes, like Mr. Rogers. But
I never saw Mr. Rogers. So
you gotta have him pick out a sweater, a new sweater every day.
Well, no, he has the closet with like just several cardigans, and then he changes into the sweater. He takes his blazer off. He changes into a sweater, and then he takes off his shoes and puts on his tennis shoes, and they're like Keds, They're like the most generic shoes.
Do you have a shoe promotion deal?
They're like the most generic shoes. No way. Mr. Rogers was so straight-laced. Like, there's been 2 movies on him now, recently.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know.
Oh, yeah. He's like one of the most iconic figures. I mean, he is like...
I grew up watching Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, me too.
There you go.
You know what they say?
We didn't have Mr. Rogers in Australia.
So a friend of mine in college was his education major or something, and they did there's studies that have been done, like kids that watch Mr. Rogers, kids that watch Sesame Street, and kids that watch The Electric Company, how they do, in their early years in education.
Uh-oh. I didn't watch Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers actually smartest. The kids did the best. You know why? And The Electric Company and Sesame Street like Sesame Street, then Electric Company. And the reason why is because Mr. Rogers is like, this is a pencil. Can you say pencil? Well, the other ones are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Like super fast. So you couldn't comprehend it as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I was Sesame Street, and then MTV was always playing in my house. My mom loved MTV.
Umberto Castellanos must have been an Electric Company guy because he's been getting hit pretty hard recently. 2 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs last time out. We also got the Texas Rangers against the Phillies. God, I love this game. I love it. want to marry it.
Really?
Yeah, I want to marry it.
Okay.
I want to marry that game. And then we have the Orioles up against Joe Ryan and the Minnesota Twins, who I'm telling you, man, yesterday they had every chance to lose that game, and they made it happen. They made it happen. It's like you got to give the Twins credit in a game like that, even though it was the Orioles. They had situations, They had situations going on. First and third with one out and, all these chances. And they said, hell no. No way. Who do you think you're talking to over here? I love that one. I love when teams I love it. I love it when they give the other team the chance and then they shut them down, and then the first pitch of the next inning, the guy knocks it out of the park. That's always the best. It's kind of like the statement. Unfortunately, the Yankees did that to the Blue Jays yesterday, and I was on the wrong side of it. And then we've got those three. Brian, Humberto Castellanos.
Yeah, I think we see a run in the first inning in the Diamondbacks-Marlins game, but overall, I like the Marlins minus the 1.5 with Trevor Rogers on the mound. I think he puts out a 6 solid inning performance. I like the Texas Rangers if somebody drives by my house all loud. I like the Rangers on the money line with John Gray. I think this price is way too high with Suarez and the Phillies. And then I'm going to go against my boy Ryan with Zimmerman on the mound, the Orioles. I think you're getting a nice price with a pitcher that's had a pretty good start to the season. I love Ryan here, but I think the Twins are slightly overpriced. I'll take the Orioles.
For myself, I'm looking at taking the over between the Diamondbacks and the Marlins here. I think we have a higher scoring game. Two teams have trended to the overs, and with these two pitchers, I think we will see that get over 7.5. I was surprised it wasn't 8.5 in that one. And then between the Minnesota Twins and the Baltimore Orioles, I'm going to take the first 5 under with John Bryan and Bruce Zinnemann starting here. I think we have a lower scoring one in this first 5, and easily for the full game as well, hitting that under 8.5. We look at yesterday's game, such a low scoring 2-1. I think it's not as low, but I think this is a 3-2 style game in this one.
What do you think the Padres did on their day off in Cleveland yesterday?
What is there to do in Cleveland?
Well, I haven't been there in a while, but there's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Then they have this place called the Rocks area that's on the lake, but I don't know. I'm going to guess it's still probably pretty chilly. They could have, I don't know. Brian, what do you think? You think they just just had a big party in their hotel room? Maybe called.
Yeah, maybe they went to the Gentlemen's Club down the street. Who knows?
Or they could have had their families and gone out to Applebee's or something. Did the Applebee's dance like Joe Madden does.
That's probably what they did.
Gonna have some cheese sticks and some popcorn. I don't even know it.
Such a fun song. It really is.
And a great mozzarella stick.
I ate at Applebee's once in the States.
Yeah,
definitely was. It was a laid back atmosphere with a family.
Nice. Did you get the ribs? What did you get?
No, I'm pretty sure. I used to just only eat Caesar salads when I went out anywhere.
They used to have, it was like either Backstreet Boys or NSYNC used to do the commercial for Applebee's. And it was their baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
That's funny.
Who was leading in baseball when we looked at the board? Ron Romanelli? Number 1 still?
Romanelli's number 1.
Nice.
Yeah, look at this. We'll just whore ourselves out a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, he's definitely seeing the board right.
Yeah, Romanelli, 33-18, 65%. Al Ninos, about 65% as well. See, here's, you can kind of see some of the different strategies here, with the amount of units won and the winning percentage and the number of wins over 500. You can kind of see it here. But yeah, it's Romanelli's life world. We're just living in it. got the Toronto Blue Jays up against the Yankees. The Blue Jays usually tremendous off of a loss. Alek Manoah on the mound. I think this guy could use some time in the gym. I'm not one to talk, but I think, I don't know. Be interesting to see how he would be if he took off 70 or 80 pounds.
He'd be lights out.
I think he would.
Lights out.
I don't know. Maybe that's how he gets the momentum. You know, some guys, it's like they lose the weight, their motion changes. We see it.
That's true.
We see it. Kyle Lowry's a guy like that. He gets bigger and smaller. When he was in Memphis, like back when, he was round.
Was he?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's a nice word for it, round.
Yeah, we prefer that.
Oh man.
We prefer round. Michael Pineda up against Bryce Wilson. Brian did a loss here. Brian's sitting this one out. Like,
I know.
I'm sitting out. I'm sitting this one out. It's the Tigers and the Pirates. It's like, oh, man, I'm just going to watch it as a fan. Both teams. And Michael Wacha, way underrated, I think, up against Thor, Noah Syndergaard for the Angels. That one's at Fenway Park. A little bit of a line dropper. Brian, Jameson Tyone, Alek Manoah.
Boy, yeah, I could give out free picks in all these games. It's just, typically I would never be on the Yankees today, but they're playing good baseball, and it seems like everybody's just assuming that the Jays are going to pass back. Manoah has been awesome, 4-0, 1.44 ERA. I think the Jays might choke today, so I'm going to lean towards the Yankees. And then I'm going to take Boston Red Sox and Wacha. He's really shocked me. He's been nothing but great. And this is I think it's a good value with the Boston Red Sox team that needs home wins. And I'll take the Pittsburgh Pirates on the road with Bryce Wilson. I think he's the better of the two evils. Like the Pirates have been playing better baseball than the Tigers. I'll take the Pirates plus money here.
Pretty even home and road. Joe?
Yeah, I'm going to have to lean on the Toronto Blue Jays to have that bounce back game. Might be a little bit of a homer one here, you guys, but Manoah up here. I trust in him over Jameson Taillon. I think the Blue Jays will have a good game. They're really strong against right-handed pitchers, going 8-3 in their last 11 games versus right-handed starters. So give me the Blue Jays and then give me Detroit. I think they're going to have a good game. Again, another team strong against right-handed pitchers. I think they'll hit Wilson nicely. I can't trust him, Wilson. 4.7 ERA so far on the season.
Yeah, George Springer is on a massive heater here. I don't know how many of you guys have been watching the Blue Jays games. I watch all the games, so I know when Springer's up, I put the sound on. He's on a tear. I don't know what his exact stats are, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you, but I should have had that ready if I knew I was going to say this, because I did know. Brian, you back on the Reds today while I'm doing this?
Well, let me see here. It's just mountains and mountains of value here. I'm not on the Cincinnati Reds today. I think this might be my public.
I will tell you one thing, that the line came down pretty sharply in that Reds Brewers game. Like when I was doing the video, by the time I did the video and by the time I got back to do the processing of the video, the line had moved down 20 cents.
Wow.
Yeah, it moved down pretty quickly. So that meant the big early sharp money was on the Reds.
Who is the pitcher? I had it listed as Gutierrez. Is this Tyler Mahle?
No, I thought it was Vladdy Daddy.
Yeah, now I'm seeing Tyler Mahle on Malley. Tyler Mahle is the pitcher. Let me check my sports book. Because that makes a difference for me, because I was going to fade Gutierrez.
George Springer's only batting 299, but he's got a 361 on base percentage. He is hitting the cover off the ball. He really is. 26 hits, 17 runs, 6 home runs, 12 RBIs. He is just killing it. He's the MVP right now.
in that grouping here, I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Reds plus 1.5 if it is Tyler Mahle, and that's what my sports book says it is. Both these pitchers have struggled, Woodruff and Mahle. I just think it's a one-run game. The Reds have been horrible, but I think they can stay competitive today.
All right. It's a good story.
I missed one. Did you say Cubs and White Sox?
Nope. Did not.
All right.
Did not say Cubs, White Sox. I like the Tigers against the Pirates. I think this one probably goes to the bullpens, and the Pirates have a better bullpen, but I don't care. I like the Tigers hit the ball. I also think this Red Sox Angels game goes under. Way under. Like way under. Like not just under, way under. Like half of that. Like 4. So I'd move it down and take the odds. Michael Wacha is way better than people give him credit for. Why does he get such a bad rap?
I don't know.
He's got a 1.77 ERA. That he's 2-0, and the team has won his last 3 starts. I mean, what does he have to do? He goes 5 to 6 innings. He strikes out about 5 every single time. 2 walks each game. He's not a big walker. 4 hits, 3 hits, 1 hit, 2 hits. 1 run, 2 runs, 0 runs, 1 run. I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's odd.
Oh, it's Chili's baby back ribs. It's not Applebee's.
Oh, it's okay.
Applebee's is the Joe song. Well, I'm gonna Google it and find out what it is. I've probably heard it.
Such a good
I
song.
watch all the games, so
Yeah.
it's like it's maybe they show it during the games. I haven't seen much Applebee's recently. I don't know. I think that game.
Definitely a good
I think it's going way under. Not just under. I'm saying way under. What do you think about Michael Wacha, Brian? He's probably one of your guys. I mean, this guy's just like, what does he have to do?
At the beginning of the year, I was talking crap on him. I didn't like him, but I've warmed up to him. So he's been a good value pitcher.
What does he have to do? Like, what does he have to do? In order to get into people's good graces, what exactly does he have to do?
Keep doing what he's doing now. I think he'll be fine.
Obviously, it's not working.
And eventually people notice.
He offered
Well,
he offered Joe the charcuterie board. She said no. She said no. I'm out. She's like,
I don't turn down a charcuterie board. Come on now.
He's like, it's got those fig crackers you like. She's like,
I do love the fig and rosemary crackers. You're right. Dead on there.
yeah, see, we pay attention. We act like we don't, but we really are paying attention. It's the details.
Yeah.
It's the details. White Sox and Cubs. Man, I hate the Cubs. I'm allowed to say it during this series. Brewers versus Reds. Yeah, this thing opened at minus 250 for the Brewers. Now down to minus 220. Down 30 cents. And Christian Javier up against Chris Flexen. Altuve back in action there for the Astros, turning the game-winning double play to end it when they were in trouble at the end. Pretty good stuff. Brian, we head to the north side. The Cubs and the Sox.
I already gave out my Brewers Reds, but Sox and Cubs, I'm going to abandon my White Sox here. I like Kopech, but I think the White Sox choke one away here at Wrigley.
No chance.
Smiley's pretty good.
No chance.
2.79 ERA. This is a big game for the Cubbies. So I think they take care of business against the choking White Sox.
I will tell you
And then
one
the
thing.
Houston
I'll
Astros-
tell you one thing, Brian. You know zero about this rivalry because when you're the second-class team in the city and you get a crack at the other guys, generally you leave it all out on the field and all out on the court, and that's what the White Sox will do because they know that their fans do not care about the 8-game losing streak. It will all be forgotten with a win here and a Mayor's Trophy. They will gladly.
They're going to be sad if they lose today. It's going to be a loss.
Yeah, Drew Smiley.
Big L.
Drew Smiley's going to dazzle him.
And then the other game, I'm going to lay some juice with the Houston Astros. I think Chris Flexen. I've been off of Chris Flexen this year, and he hasn't been doing bad, but I think the Astros need wins, and I'm not afraid to lay about minus 150 or so. The Stros. Oh, it's minus 165 now. It's all right. I'll still take it.
Joe?
Yeah, I agree with you with the Astros getting the win here. I think that's a lower scoring game too. I like the under 8.5. I think it just looks a little bit high with both of these pitchers. And then I'm gonna lay the run line with the Milwaukee Brewers. I think they have a huge day against the Reds. Have you guys seen exactly who is confirmed for the Reds? I'm seeing two different pitchers here. So either way, I think the Brewers get the run line win. And then give me the White Sox. I think the White Sox come in and roll over the Cubs today.
All right. I'd rather quit betting than bet run line and odds, so I can't join Joe on the run line there. Instead, I'll just take the other side. I'll just take the Reds, just for no other reason but that I don't think they're going to lose 200 games in a 162 game season. Though they're trying to. White Sox all day and twice on Tuesday at Wrigley. They own the Cubs in this series. Own them. They're gonna hammer them. And that's about all I got to say about that. Also, the Mariner. That's a good game to not bet. Mariners Astros. Well, the Royals came through on that plus 1.5 yesterday for us, and now Brad Keller on the mound. Another guy gets no respect whatsoever. And then we've got Herman Marquez in Colorado up against Eric Fede for the Nationals, and Paul Blackburn for Oakland up against, looks like, Ryan Yarbrough for the Jays. Brian, what do you think? You got like some buzzing because when I hit there we go.
In that grouping of games here, I'm going to take the Oakland Athletics again to bounce back off of yesterday's embarrassing performance by them. I like Blackburn on the mound. He's been very sturdy out there. 3-0 with a 1.35 ERA. I think A's get it done.
For myself, I'm going to trust in the Kansas City Royals here with Brad Keller to come out and get this win over St. Louis. I do think we have a higher scoring game, though, and I really do like the over 7.5 as well, with the Cardinals going 4-1 in their last 5 to that over, and the Royals 3-1-1 in their last 5 to the over. I think both these teams will get some runs in here pushing us over that total. And then give me the Colorado Rockies here. I think they're going to have a great day in this one against the Nationals. I just can't trust in the Nationals. 2-5 in their last 7 meetings versus Colorado. 2-5 in the last 7 meetings in Colorado, and 1-5 in their last 6 games following a day off. I think they come in here and show some struggles.
You took the Nationals against the Rockies? Was that it?
No, I took the Rockies.
So you took the...
Fading the Washington Nationals.
Was that no runs first inning or yes runs first inning?
Oh, I would do yes runs first inning.
Okay, just checking.
What are you doing? Yes runs?
I only do yes runs first inning.
Okay.
I only do yes runs. It's either yes runs first inning or nothing. Then no runs first inning is the squarest amateur bet out there. And
well, I'm glad I didn't pick the squarest amateur bet out there.
And the sites that are giving them out are lousy.
I'm just gonna drink my tea. There you go. Get about 60 of those in.
Oh, we only got one more game. I could have gone this. It's the Giants and the Dodgers. Brian?
That's my no limit play today, so I don't got anything on that one.
Nothing, no total, no side, no nothing, no first 5.
If I had it,
Yerfy, Nerfy.
I'm a crappy totals guy. I've been trying to get better lately. I've been really digging more into totals. If I had a gun to my head, I would take the under here because I think Rodon's going to have a superb performance tonight, and I think even Urias steps up and has a strong outing too. So I think we get under the number.
For myself, I'm going to have to take the value with the Giants. I think getting them with the plus money here against the LA Dodgers is a great way to go with Rodana up. I trust in him a lot, and I think it's going to be a good game, especially with them going against a left-handed pitcher. 5-1 in their last 6 road games versus left-handed starters.
Let's see. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm on the betting tools. I'm just going to pick out a player prop here for the Giants. And it's going to be Carlos Rodon. Let's check and see what he's got going on. See what the props are. Mad props for Rodon. Site's moving slow. This player props can really grind the site. I think this is why the DraftKings stuff isn't up. So, over 7.5 strikeouts. I like it. Rodon, over 7.5 strikeouts. I think this is going to be one of those quick, low-scoring games. I also like the under here, 7. All right. Any parlays? Any props? Any words of wisdom? Sage advice?
Yeah, I got lots of words of wisdom. I got a
parlay or self-praise.
I'm going to take the Chicago Cubbies on the money line, team them up with the Texas Rangers on the money line, and then finish it off with the Boston Red Sox money line. All 3 dogs like them. Parlay.
If you were to send out a tweet today, what would you say?
Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win.
We are awesome. We are awesome. Check out our picks. Here they are. Here's yesterday's picks. Check mark.
Well, yeah, to start off my parlay, I want to remind everyone we're freaking awesome. So make sure you head on over to pickdogs.com. And then my parlay is the Giants on the money line, the Colorado Rockies on the money line, and the Chicago White Sox on the money line.
Okay. I love it. We are awesome. We are so freaking
awesome, Mitch.
Yeah, I'm making a Twitter post right now.
Daily reminder. We are freaking awesome.
Daily reminder. We are awesome. Let me see. Well, since this is what everybody else does, we're going to join the club. See, I don't even know how to do this. I don't even know how to do it. That's how lousy I am at this. Check mark. Where's the check mark? Arrows, circles. Oh my God, I can't even find the check mark. All right, I'm sure I'll find one. But I like. This one doesn't have it. I have to find the one that does. I like. Let me go back to this damn thing. I like the Warriors money line with the Kansas City Royals money line with the Tampa Bay Rays run line. It's my story. I'm sticking to it. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We are awesome. You are awesome. As a community, we love our community. We just love you guys. We're all about our community. I heard, so someone sent me a nasty email the other day, and I don't even want to mention his name because he doesn't deserve it, but talking about how some other site really cares about their community. And then he went on to tell me how much faster their YouTube channel was growing than ours. And I showed him the statistics that said, well, that's not really the case. And he said, well, that's because you guys do way more videos than them. And I said, but you just said they care more about their community. You know, it's like, wouldn't you think doing more free stuff shows that you care about community instead of just sitting here talking about and caring about your community? I don't know. You guys help us. Help us along. Tell us what you want to see on the betting tools, on the free shows, shorter shows, longer shows, Ruffalo, let me know. He's available. He's in the bullpen. He's chomping at the bit. He called me. Rare. It's rare you pick up the phone. It's Chris Ruffalo. It's like, what the hell? Did you ass dial me or something? What the hell happened here? You answer the phone. It's Ruffalo. The first thing that pops in your head, did you ass dial me? You know? It's like.
It's always funny when people do, though.
Ass dial you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I get them all the time.
I sit there and listen into the conversation. I love it. I'm like, oh, like a fly on the wall.
Rod's going to be on the drive-thru. But not going to be on the morning show. I don't really want to add people to the morning show, to be honest with you. I would consider adding Ruffalo. But even then, I don't know. See, we are running an hour anyway.
Yeah.
Ruffalo can filibuster it. Maybe we should just concede that this show is going to be an hour. I don't know.
We should try to get it down to 45.
I tried to get it when it was you and I. We added a half hour. It's Joe's fault. I mean,
it is my fault. It totally is my fault. I think I will shut up a little bit more and we could probably get it to the 45, 30 minutes.
I think it's our intro too, that Brian and I, we got right into it. So maybe we should cut that intro to just 2 minutes. And just, it doesn't matter. People are here, they're here. If they're not, they're not. 2 minutes. All right, from now on, the intro will be 2 minutes.
2 minutes max.
And that way you know what you're doing.
Can I get a buzzer? Because I always watch the time because I do the bookmarks. Maybe I should just have a buzzer and you guys are going over. I buzz you.
Except if I go over my 6 minutes and
yeah, that's okay. You can do that for 6 minutes.
Yes. Oh, we work so hard. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. I hope you guys know we're joking around when we're saying this stuff, but we're just mocking it. It's more of a mockery of everybody else, and we're gonna continue to do that. Anyways, until I think there might be a new sheriff in town over there at the Twitter. Anyways, make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. VIP and premium shows to follow.